I don't even watch horror movies. This is the first movie since Get Out or Nope. But I liked Weapons. I actually really enjoyed watching this movie. I would recommend it to you. And I don't even watch movies in general. I haven't, your boy's been binging YouTube and Spotify because I'm trying to prepare for the Bad Bunny Super Bowl concert. So your boy has been, a practicar mi español. I've been practicing my Spanish. And so I took a break from that, went over to my friend's house. Man puts on this random movie on HBO, because that's the greatest streaming service for movies. So yeah, I watched Weapons. I actually had to Google the name of the movie because when you watch Weapons, other than a random AR-15 reference, you don't even know that that's what the movie is about, is weapons. It was a good movie. It had your boy Thanos, Josh Brolin up in there, just doing out here boom, Thanos snapping, all those kids disappearing. It kind of did have elements of Get Out. The jump scares were actually not that bad, and I'm not going to lie, I did have trouble sleeping that night. It may have been because of the chili I had later, but I definitely did have trouble sleeping after watching Weapons. It was a decent movie. It basically, Midwestern town, and there's a white woman, man. And and she's blonde. What's good with blonde white woman living till the end, man? I'm telling you, with no amount of civil rights is gonna, Martin Luther King's dream didn't incorporate blonde white woman living to the end. When are the black people gonna live to the end of these movies? I'm telling you, I think this movie was a little woke. They were a little progressive. They're like, we're just not gonna cast black people as the leads so that we don't have to kill them off. Problem solved. If you don't cast black people, you don't have to kill them off. But yes, you got the stereotypical white woman, doing her ting, doing oh my gosh, why are all these kids missing? I'm gonna have to save the day. And she did save the day. She saved Thanos. And you know what? I had the egg on my face because I thought Thanos was gonna save the day, but Josh Brolin's character, you're getting choked out by some random whatever. And then you got this blonde woman, she out here bing bang boom, just knocked him out John Wick style. I don't even know what that was. Weapons was good. Weapons was actually really good. It's a really compelling story where if you actually pay attention to the details, the setup, and there's a payoff. If you pay attention to, because it's about, it almost feels like a Stephen King. It almost feels like a Stephen King thing where there's actually chapters and you're going through people's perspectives. And so I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the acting. I really enjoyed the directing. I don't know who the director was, and the screenwriting wasn't bad. You got Josh Brolin. You also got Kong from, what is it, Doctor Strange. I love how I don't know the actors' names. I just know, I know the references to the movies they've played in before. But it was a really good movie. It was one of those things where I think my thing is when I watch horror, it's like, oh, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm watching horror. Nothing scares me. But it's one of those things where it's like it's an unwinding, it's an unraveling where you're watching it and then you keep watching it and then you're like, oh, okay, no, this is actually messed up. This is really messed up. And the villain, she's a good villain. It's a really good villain. She's one of those, it's one of those villains where you don't feel bad for her. Actually, you're kind of happy that she dies. I ain't never been so happy for a boomer to die on my screen. That's something I didn't think I needed until I watched Weapons, but I was glad she was gone. But yeah, it was good. I think it's because it's about children are a main part of the movie. I'll try not to spoil it, okay? I'll try not to, because my viewers are definitely gonna watch horror movies, because all 20 of you, which I'm very grateful for all 20 of you. You guys are really amazing. But this is definitely a Weapons, this is definitely a horror crowd. It was a good movie. I definitely would recommend it. I would say that pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the details. Because everything, except the AR-15 reference, that was a bit weird. I'm not going to lie. That was a bit like, what in the world? There's something about dream sequences. I don't know why, but Dream sequences, they're always a bit trippy, but you should pay attention to how things are set up and how things pay off in the movie. It really will benefit you because it, like, the way things go chronologically and narratively, but it's also perspective. So you get to see one character's perspective and then another character's perspective, and then they all converge. It's really interesting how they're like playing with perspectives. And also the horror builds too, where it's not like, yes, there are jump scares, and the jump scares actually aren't bad. They're kind of a bit predictable, but I think I'm just a little, man, like my brain just doesn't. So I guess whenever I kind of anticipate jump scares, but even in general, the jump scares are pretty like, wow, that was really shocking. But I'm a man, so I don't get scared. Nothing gets to me. I don't have emotions. I'm above that. I got code. I really liked Weapons. It was something I would have never watched on my own, so I'm very grateful that my friend showed it to me. And I don't know if I'm gonna continue watching movies. Maybe this will become a movie review channel. I gotta get those movie views. I gotta do something. Because this channel is a dead patient that I gotta revive. Can I just say something about Islam? Can I just piss off Muslims? Will that? Or can I just say something, I hate the woke, let me just appease Republicans. Or something about Israel, I did a few videos on Israel. Let me just pander to people until I get views. I'll just pander and then I'll get views. But it was, I definitely would recommend Weapons if you're looking to watch a horror movie and you have an HBO subscription, or you might rent it on Amazon. I don't know if you're balling on a budget. Who knows what you're doing? You definitely pay attention to the details. It's going to be set up. And you're definitely the twist is really, you're gonna, like, the plot unwinds in real time, and then at the end there really is a payoff that I would recommend anyone to watch it. Watch Weapons if you can. If you can't, life goes on. Who cares? Thanks for watching this video. If you like, please like and subscribe. My social will be linked down below and at the end of this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.